Hey guys, welcome back to SourceFed. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
I'm William Haynes.
This episode is brought to you by Loot Crate, the premier mystery box service for geeks and gamers. So Doritos is offering a special flavor of their popular chips to those who donate $10 to the It Gets Better project, the organization that communicates to LGBTQ individuals that
it gets better
for their 5-year anniversary. Cool, awesome, fun, creative, and great, right? Wrong! At least to anti-LGBTQ people who want to ruin everybody's fun.
A man named Mark Melgard, who you may remember we reported on when Target decided to be a bit more gender neutral in their store advertisement, well, he's at it again.
Well, this time he pretended to be a Doritos spokesperson on their official Facebook page, and the results are mind-boggling, sad, and hilarious at the same time. One exchange was from a user who posted this comment on the Doritos Facebook page. "You just lost my business. I'm tired of having this shoved at me from every direction. Now food, forget it." To which Melgard replied, "May we ask what it is being shoved in your face from every direction?"
Another commenter whose profile pic is a Confederate flag said, "Congrats, you just lost a lot of people. Way to go. LOL, what about pink for breast cancer awareness or even blue to support the fallen police officers? Nope, you had to pick the one thing that would turn thousands away from your product. Doritos are no longer allowed in my home. Idiots." Melgard's reply, "We at the Frito-Lay company empathize with all of our customers. Judging on your profile picture, would you like it if we made a Doritos for people who would once again like to own slaves?"
Melgard spoke to the Huffington Post saying, "It's amazing how many people are just waiting for the one person to come along and really say what everyone already wants to say. And to top it off, there are those who really believe I'm a real help desk person. I mean, it's hilarious when you have a full-out conversation with Dora and she ends it with, 'Stop deflecting, Doritos.' I'm still laughing over that one. People love humor, or to quote 95% of Tinder profiles, I love to laugh and have a good time. I just hope that my funny antics allow for people to get a glimpse at the serious side of this."
Melgard continued, "At the end of the day, I want everyone to see the whole picture. Frito-Lay decided on an idea that would allow for anyone to voluntarily donate to a charity which specializes in suicide amongst the LGBT youth. Why is this important? It's important because suicide is one of the leading causes of death for these young people. They're literally killing themselves because they feel rejected and unwanted. The only agenda taking place here is to prevent people from taking their own lives."
Now that's one way to attack the problem of people who won't accept lifestyles that differ from their own. Another way is to support the It Gets Better project by going to itgetsbetter.org and having a look around. You just may learn something. So you might have heard that the GOP-controlled House of Representatives voted last week to defund Planned Parenthood for 1 year. Now for those of you who don't know what Planned Parenthood is, it's the reason that half of the kids from my hometown didn't have babies during high school.
The Congressional Budget Office issued an analysis of a House measure that would permanently end federal funding for the organization and concluded that it would end up costing the government tens of millions of dollars.
Also, the permanent defunding would deprive as many as 650,000 women, at least partially, of access to health care.
Oh, you know it doesn't matter if 650,000 women have access to health care or not. Can they still get a tasty Coca-Cola out of a vending machine every 20 feet? Then the plan is working.
The CBO also found that 1 year defunding Planned Parenthood would produce about $235 million in federal savings, even though it cuts lower income and rural women from resources.
I know you rich individuals who don't come from cities like me where there are very little resources and McDonald's on every street and people can't afford condoms, but some people need these resources. I know a lot of people seem to see hands reaching out in desperation as reaching out in laziness, but take a second to change your perspective and ask yourself, what would you do if the system was designed to make you fail?
Whoa, Will, did you just get serious?
Oh, I ain't doing that shit for another 2 weeks. Holler at me on Politics Beeline.
A man from Burbank, California with an extensive criminal record now faces more than 11 years in state prison if he's convicted for allegedly punching a 78-year-old Costco shopper in the face.
That doesn't sound good. What were they fighting over? A protest outside claiming that Costco was built on top of a Native American burial ground?
No.
Oh, well, the 78-year-old shopper must have been an ex-Nazi who happened to be in this Burbank Costco.
Not quite.
Oh, well, then what happened?
Well, he punched the 78-year-old in the face after a dispute over a Nutella waffle sample.
Oh my God.
What's wrong, Will?
I'm having an ignorance attack. Hey man, believe it or not, but you never have to punch anyone in the face over Nutella. It turns out there is so much Nutella in the world that you couldn't eat all of it if you tried.
Believe me, I've tried. I've been dead for 3 years now because of it. Bye, Mommy.
Derek Garajihi, 24 years old, was charged with one felony count of elder abuse with the special allegation that he personally inflicted great bodily injury on someone older than 70. Dude, you don't look hard for beating up a 78-year-old. You look desperate.
Now, the punch left the victim with facial swelling and a cut above the left eye and was transported to a local hospital and was released after being treated for the injuries.
He is currently being held in Burbank jail on a $50,000 bail.
And I hope you stay in there. Costco's too good for you, and that pizza's delicious. Sharks! They're terrifying! I don't want the ocean! We need to close that shit! A video popped up online this morning of a man minding his own business in a kayak in the ocean off the coast of Santa Barbara, when suddenly a goddamn hammerhead shark started smacking into him.
To be fair, this dude was paddling around that shark's hood. That's his home. From the shark's perspective, there's a giant, slow yellow fish swimming around, and he's hungry.
Luckily, this man had a GoPro on, otherwise this would just be a story for his other white friends over oyster shooters and mojitos. I must say, the video is amazing. Just watch as this guy repeatedly bonks the shark in the head with his plastic paddle. Scary.
Hammerhead don't give a shit. That must be the equivalent of having a fly buzz around your barbecue brisket. But okay, it's also terrifying. Imagine being in that position. Dude is incredibly calm about the situation. That shark could easily topple the kayak and then it's lights out for the Gordon's fisherman.
The man, Mark McCracken, release the McCracken! I'm sorry I had to do that. I feel real bad about it now. Editors, cut it out, please. Said the shark was super aggressive. Then he said after about 15 to 20 minutes of this, he finally made it to shore. The shark was still following him. Even after I got out of my kayak and made it to the beach, he was sitting right there. It was pretty creepy.
I would have peed my wet pants if that happened to me. I hate the ocean. They should close that shit down.
Yeah. And if that's not enough to scare you out of the deep blue sea, check out this picture taken recently just off a Florida beach of thousands of sharks swimming in shallow water.
Man, and you thought the land in Florida was dangerous.
Topical. So what are you guys' thoughts on the news today? You worried about people talking about Doritos on Facebook?
Do you think Planned Parenthood should lose its funding? Let us know in the comments down below.
Hey, look at all this cool shit I have on. I got it from Loot Crate, of course.
Yeah.
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 Check out lootcrate.com/SourceFed for nerdtastic goodies just like this.
For less than $20 a month, you'll get 6 to 8 specifically curated items that are sent directly to your door.
Gotta catch them all. So save 10% off using our coupon code SourceFed at checkout.
And if you sign up before October 19th, you'll get in on the next Loot Crate box.
This is from Hearthstone. This is a poker tournament.
I love Poker Tournament. My
Me
favorite.
too, man. My favorite is Peekaroo.
I like Lou Guillaume.
I love Penny Dreadful.
I like Paddington Bear.
One in the back is gonna get a blue shell, and they're gonna rock your world, big boy.
Something like a fleshlight or a dildo would serve them a lot better than
CBO also found that 1 year defunding plan. Like, what am I f***ing selling these pearls or some shit? It's like I'm selling them. At one point, I was like pointing at them like this. All right, let's scroll this.